can't even find the tools that I need, okay? Look at my toolbox. Come here. Look at it. Come here, please, camera girl. Look at the tops of my toolbox. I can't even get in here. I got tools, ramsacking me.
Why are you such a
You know what ramsack means? I'm on this word ramsack lately.
You're the only one that works here.
So what I did,
you see how he just skipped over that part, right?
what we did is, if Minnie can come in here.
Is he loaded up all his tools and forgot to keep tools
So
that he might need?
my big taco wagon toolbox is in Moab, and I'm still out here working in Dallas. And I took tools out of my box and I threw them in there, and I thought I'd have storage for them, but I don't. So what I did is I went over to Home Depot. Now this is a $229 toolbox. If you bought this on Snap-on truck, Minnie would probably file divorce.
You're lucky I don't file
This is
divorce
like,
now.
there goes Mac Tools. Keep on going, bitch. This is like on Snap-on truck, an equivalent toolbox of this style is anywhere from $1,000 to $1,800. Am I right?
So is that why you packed up all your tools so you could go buy yourself
Yeah,
a
that's right. How did you know? How did you know that? I diabolically planned on, I'm going to take my toolbox to Moab.
Instead of leaving tools here, I told you to leave tools here.
I did leave tools here. So anyway,
Really
now I got the lime green. They have like 9 different colors. Or 10 or whatever. They got white, orange, red, blue, black, green, and they might even be coming out with purple. Hell, I don't know, or pink for all the girls out there. Who knows? But, this was a do or die situation over here. I'm getting this. It was like, do it or die. That means I better just go get it, or Minnie might shoot me if I ask her. So after the fact, it's too late.
Yeah, you didn't even ask.
So what we got here is, if Minnie can come over here a little closer, we got the 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart made by U.S. General, which is the Harbor Freight brand. And come on over here, let me show you what's going on. Now I want everybody to pay attention to this. If you look real close, you can see the design of the Snap-on toolbox, and you can see that this toolbox is basically designed and featured, okay? It's got the same drawers, the same design. There's a few different features on this box that one doesn't have, but it's basically almost identically the same. It's even got the same style lock on it. And on this particular box right here, this one only has 3 drawers. Now, I love this toolbox, don't get me wrong. This is my main toolbox in my shop, am I right?
Yeah.
If I'm working on a car here, it's with me. If I go over to that side of the shop, this cart's with me because I keep all my tools. Looky here. All right, these are all, look what I got. I got all my wrenches. Can you see this? Maybe the body shop girl camera person.
They can see it,
Well,
Pete.
bring it over here a little closer. We got the sockets, so you kind of get the idea. Now, this box right here was $1,500. It's a Snap-on, but look how cheap Snap-on's getting. The Snap-on tag came off this toolbox. This was a stick-on tag that they put on here. Back in the day when they really made solid toolboxes, are you listening? They used to have the emblem that was made out of real metal, not plastic, and it would be pop riveted onto the toolbox. Another thing I want to show you is look inside that toolbox and tell me what you don't see. What don't you see in there that they have eliminated?
Dividers.
That's right. The old school toolboxes that you would purchase that were real solid toolboxes back in the day that were half the price of this piece of shit would have dividers in the drawer. Now in this drawer right here, the divider would possibly go long ways, so you got a section here and here. But if you look at all these drawers, you can see there's no dividers. So what happens when you shut the drawers after several times, okay, it scoots everything back. And after several times of shutting them, the next thing you know, all your tools are in the back, they're not lined up and nothing. They also give you this stuff here, which is a joke. All right, this stuff here is supposed to make it where your tools don't move. I see my tools all over the place here, like they had a party last night.
That
Okay.
thing moves.
Everything moves, everything. Here's the emblem that Snap-on's given us today. It's an old plastic piece of shit. So what I'll do is when I get back out there, I'll glue that on there instead of sticking on double-sided tape. But this is the one we're going to focus on. So I got the Snap-on 3-door toolbox. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open that up. And the thing that's different about Snap-on versus this box is when you buy this box, it's already together. You don't have to do anything. You roll it off the truck, you sign the contract, and you give them $20 a week for 10 years, and it's your fucking box.
For $5,000, they better roll it off
This
the
ain't
truck
5,000.
already built.
This one here costs $900. This is an $800 or $900 box right here.
Okay.
Okay? Let's get out there, let's look at that Harbor Freight and see what we got.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
All right, so when you get your U.S. General 5-drawer, 30-inch mechanics cart, all right, it's telling us that this thing holds 1,500 cubic inches of storage at 700 pounds total weight.
That's 15,000.
That's 15,000? Okay, 15,000. Wow, that's a lot of cubic inches. That might be a little deceiving there. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm just saying that's a lot of cubic inches. That's like...
Inches are...
Right, but that's like this parking lot here. That's like this parking lot, okay? 15,000 inches, come on. All right, so when you get your box, it's going to be packed up. If Minnie can come over here, and we can look inside it and see that it's packed up very, very nicely. It's got a lot of foam action going on. And another thing that we found out about this box is that you have to put this one together. This is a box that requires a little bit of brain action.
Means a lot of cussing.
Now, I don't know if Harbor Freight will actually assemble it for you. You know, that's what you're going to have to ask your Harbor Freight guy about. But when you get the box, you can see that it is a box that has to be assembled and put together. In the crate, this weighs approximately 100, I'd say 120 pounds. I'd say about 80 pounds to 100 pounds. We got all our braces up here. All right, we got, our top is wrapped in foam. Let me get it out. Okay, and then we're gonna open it up like this, and you can see it's exactly the same color. Do you see that, Minnie?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same color. And then what we got right here is basically the same thing as Snap-on. Look at this. I think even the key design is almost exactly the same. Look at that. The only difference, it doesn't say Snap-on on it. So you got the pop bottle machine key action going on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let Minnie, the body shop girl, put this together. She's going to go ahead and assemble this for us. And then when she gets done, we're going to come back and check it out and see what it's all about. We got the U.S. General Harbor Freight 30-inch 5-drawer, okay, versus the Snap-on. And guess what? Look at here. Come on over here a minute. I didn't think this had this. Look at this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. It's identically the same as Snap-on.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Awesome. Let's let Minnie, the body shop girl, get to work. She's got a lot of screws and nuts and bolts to put together, and then we'll be back. Okay, where's the directions? Do you need them? Minnie?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think you can do that?
I don't know.
Okay, it comes with the directions. I mean, any,
I can read,
backwood
so
hillbilly
pretty
can put
sure
that
I
together.
can
Look at
do
there. Pretty simple.
I can read. I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Okay, let's figure out how to get that together.
It's not brain
All
surgery.
right, we're gonna let
that's
Minnie
all.
do that, and hopefully she's gonna figure it out all by herself and get her done at DIY Auto School. All right, Minnie, the body shop girl's been working on our toolbox for approximately an hour now, and obviously she's got something screwed up. What's up? What's going on?
Apparently I got this piece, which I thought they were all
What do you mean?
alike.
So the legs got to go a certain way? Or?
I guess so, and I got 3 out of 4 right.
Okay, so you're sure that the long end goes on the top?
No, I'm not.
Okay, we better look at the box first.
Better
to make
look
sure.
at the box.
Why don't we go ahead and look at a picture of that?
Why
Look,
don't you look at a picture?
look what we got here.
Look
I'm
at a
thinking you're
picture
doing it
of that.
backwards.
Oh,
Look how long this is. Look how long this is right here. And then look at this right here. I don't think that's, I think they all need to be flipped around. Maybe you better look at that picture and it should tell you which is which. It should show the holes on it. Look, you can see the longer ends at the top and the shorter ends on the bottom. You need to turn them all around. Minnie the body shop girl. All of them have to be turned around.
Well, crap.
Yeah. Let me show you what these are. These are those, they're supposed to be self-locking. They got the square head on them. And they don't really fit in there properly. The bolt square is smaller than the hole right here. So when you put those in there, it really doesn't fit in there. And when you go to tighten that thing up, okay, on these ones they're probably tighten, okay. But on the wheels, we had an issue, and it took Minnie approximately 45 minutes to put the wheels on because these bolts weren't catching, panhead bolts weren't catching like they were supposed to. All right, it looks like it's going to be a 2-day job. We're going to have to close it down and get back on it bright and early in the morning.
Well, it wouldn't be a 2-day job if you quit so early, so soon.
What do you mean? It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Okay, what are you talking about? It's
Damn,
5:56.
We're supposed to work till 10.
Well, we usually do, but I'm tired tonight and I want to go. Close it. We got to work tomorrow, Saturday, and next day, Sunday, and we'll be working all weekend. Let's get her done. Close and lock. Lock and load. Maybe Harbor Freight might hire you to be a body shop toolbox builder girl.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
I'd like doing that.
$10 per box.
Yeah, I'd like doing that just about as much as I'd like building bicycles for Walmart.
$10 per box.
Yeah.
They'll give you $10 a box. They told me that at the store.
You know, that's what they pay bicycle.
$10? They give somebody $10 to build a bicycle at Walmart?
That's what they used
Wow,
to do at Kmart.
that's what they get, $10.
Kmart, when I worked for them.
Well, since you're a nice person, they might give you $10.50.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, we finally got the General all together in one piece. It wasn't an extensive job, it wasn't a big job, but it was a job that you have to work at to get the thing together. Can we compare the U.S. General to the Snap-on? No, we can't. There's no comparison at all. Snap-on is made 10 times better. Snap-on is more durable. It holds a lot more. Just in these 3 drawers in the top drawer, you can see that, okay, this is a lot bigger capacity. The General did try to copycat over here. This is a release mechanism. It's a spring-loaded mechanism to lock the doors. As we open the drawer up, we can see that the tracks themselves are almost identical to the Snap-on. And here's the General, U.S. General track right here. And then here's our Snap-on track right here. So they're almost identically 100% the same. I'm going to go ahead and get another gander at that. But I did notice that one difference is the make of the track in this area right here. We see that that is pop riveted on, and you can see it's pop riveted on here, whereas the snap-on track, it's a slide and clip track. You can see that right here, that can be replaced. So once the U.S. General track actually goes out of whack, you're pretty much screwed and you can't replace it. You're going to have to buy a whole toolbox to replace that one track on your drawer. I also noticed that it's a stiff drawer. You can see I'm pushing on it and it won't shut all the way. Whereas with the snap-on drawer fully loaded, it shuts with ease. Let me go ahead and shut that one. And voila. The lock mechanism on the snap-on travels all the way along the bottom. You can see it right there. Whereas the lock mechanism on the U.S. General is only on this end right here, and it's a spring-loaded type situation. When that spring-loaded latch breaks, you're pretty much screwed, and you won't be able to replace it. The snap-on toolbox already comes pre-assembled. It's all welded together. It doesn't have any bolts in it. It's spot welded and structurally sound. Whereas the U.S. General is held together by bolts with no washers, and the nuts that are on the toolbox itself are the self-locking nuts. When I say that, the back side of that nut, and I'm going to go ahead and grab one because they gave me 2 extra nuts and 2 extra bolts. You can see that it's got a knurled backing on the nut, which is supposed to help grab when you tighten them up. So my suggestion is when you put one of these together, tighten them bitches down as tight as you can get them, because movement of any type whatsoever, or back and forth movement, what's going to happen is it's going to loosen them bolts up and you'll be tightening those things all the time. As we open the drawers up, we can see that the drawers are a good sized drawer. You see all the air tools that I have inside this one. We come over here and open this one up. I got extra bits. I got some scrapers, chisels, and what have you. You got 2 of these drawers that are the same size, a top one and a bottom one. I'm going to go ahead and put my spare screwdrivers and poker tools in this one. And then, of course, this one will have our air tools in. And then we get to this drawer here, which is a little deeper by approximately 1 inch, I would say 1.5 inches than the 2 top ones. And then we'll go ahead and open that. Where we go, right there. So then when we open that, you can see good sized toolbox. It does come with the tool liner. I don't like this stuff. I usually take it out. And you can see inside my snap-on box, I don't have it. In these roll-around toolboxes, I really don't like to have that type of stuff, because what happens when it gets hot and it gets gooey, this stuff gets gooey. You can see it's like neoprene or something, and when you set a tool on it, after time, this stuff gets real messy and real sloppy, so I usually end up taking it out, and it's not worth the crap anyway. Then we come down to the bottom drawer, and it's a deep drawer. It's basically a copycat of this top drawer right here, which is, I'm going to go ahead and get my green tape measure out, and it turns out to be a 5-inch drawer. Let's see if this one's matching. Yes, this is a 5-inch drawer as well. So you got a 5-inch drawer. The toolbox itself measures out to be 30 inches wide, and the snap-on toolbox measures out to be 32.5 inches. You can basically see having the 2.5-inch wider toolbox really makes a lot of difference. We also notice that this toolbox is standing up taller than the U.S. General at approximately about 3 inches, I would say. And then the width of this toolbox, let's see what the depth is, is 19 inches, versus Snap-on's is exactly 19 inches, or we might be able to say 19 3/4 inches due to this lip right here that we're counting. I like the structure of the Snap-on toolbox better, due to the fact that it's got the rolled edge in the front right here, whereas the U.S. General just has the flimsy piece of sheet metal with a rolled edge that's pretty much bent over and flattened to give it that nice clean look. The Snap-on toolbox also has plenty and enough accessory holes if you want to buy accessories for your Snap-on roll-around toolbox. whereas the U.S. General doesn't. What you're looking at right here are the screws that actually hold the tracks on for the toolbox drawers. When you buy your U.S. General, it comes with a spray can holder that you can mount on the side, or you can leave it off. There's also other accessories that you can purchase. You can purchase a fold-up table that folds up, and then you got a work place. It does have an ample storage area at the bottom. You can see that right there. And it's almost a mimic of the Snap-on, but if I was going to buy one, I would actually go with this one right here. The reason I will go with the Snap-on, this is a more professional toolbox. It's built a lot better, and for the professional, you need a toolbox that's going to last. If I was a DIY guy, then I would save my money and I would go with the U.S. General. This is a nice toolbox, it's a good toolbox, and it's a toolbox that you might want to go ahead and build and buy from Harbor Freight and use in your garage at home. It also comes with a pop bottle key and lock. I don't know where the key went, but somewhere it's around. One other thing that I didn't like about this toolbox is that it's only got 2 swivel wheels in the front, and then the back wheels are stabilized where they don't turn at all. Whereas my toolbox, I have 4 turning wheels, and I have that on all my toolboxes, so I can move them around and get myself in between tight corners, this, that, and the other. So there you go. That's my review on these toolboxes. Snap-on versus U.S. General. $189 if you have the coupon. It's well worth the money if you're a do-it-yourselfer guy at home and you want to upgrade to a nice roll-around toolbox. I would not suggest to buy the Snap-on. That's $1,000. But if you're a professional and you want high quality, then I would stick with the Snap-on brand and I would go with that. One more thing I would like to suggest. You always see this Snap-on versus Harbor Freight action. Well, this toolbox here is nothing like a Snap-on, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there's another brand that Snap-on makes, and it's called Blue Point. And what the Snap-on brand that they are actually talking about that mimics this toolbox is the Blue Point toolbox, not the Snap-on itself. A box like this, a Blue Point box made by Snap-on in this size, shape, and form is probably going to be around $450. So you're still better off getting the U.S. General as a DIY do-it-yourself in my garage at home type box because of the money savings that you're going to get. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, showing you toolboxes, telling you I needed this toolbox, and I got the toolbox. I'm happy with the toolbox, and it's just going to be a storage toolbox in my shop. I'll be rolling this one around from end to end because that is the king of toolboxes right there. Even though the emblem is a piece of shit plastic emblem that they stick on there now instead of screw on. Speaking of emblems, let's check their emblem out. Just what I thought. It's a stick-on emblem too, and they don't even put stick-on all the way on it. Yeah. Nice going there, U.S. General. Nice going. Plastic. What can we say? But it's got a nice sticker, Norm. Yeah. Did you see that sticker it has on it over here? Nice and shiny. Look at this. Now, if you were a DIY guy at home, which one would you pick? Would you get the $189 job, or would you get the $850 to $1,000 job?
I'd get a $189 one, or I'd look on Craigslist and find me a Snap-on for $200.
Right. Now, let me ask you this
question. If I wasn't
question.
in a hurry.
If you were a professional, what would you do?
Oh, if I was a professional, I'd have to buy the Snap-on.
You'd have to, because that way, you know, you're not a professional if you don't have Snap-on. We gotta go.
Right.
Many of the body shop girls asking for me.
All right.
What?
Key to the truck, please.
You're going by yourself?
I'm a big girl.
Yeah. You know what? You were a big girl enough to put the toolbox together, but who finished it?
So?
Exactly.
We're a team. What
2 days later. 2 days later.
Who cares?
This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, getting toolboxes, loading toolboxes up, and telling you the Harbor Freight toolbox for $189 is worth the money. We'll see you later.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.